This is Gloucester, Massachusetts, and I did a video on this channel a few months ago from a place called Uno in Tamano, Japan, and the sister city of Tamano was Gloucester, Massachusetts. Uno has a sister city in the US, Gloucester, Massachusetts, way over on the Atlantic Ocean, which at the time I'd not heard of. Now I'm here in Gloucester, Massachusetts, way over here on the ocean, and gonna walk around the fishing village that is Gloucester here and just take a look at it and see what the buildings are like and see what the people are like. There are about 30,000 people in Gloucester, and that's been the case for like over 100 years. The population has not really changed much. It differs each census, each 10 years by 3,000 or 4,000, but it's always about the same. So it's just got consistency. It's also got a lot of history. Gloucester was first incorporated in 1642. And there are buildings in town, and I'm afraid I don't know which ones, but I hope we get lucky. There are buildings in town that actually date from before the Revolution. So like early, mid 1700s and stuff, maybe even earlier. And some that date from the 1800s and everything. And as you can see, the buildings are pretty magnificent here. With the corner of Church Street and Middle Street, by the way, in case you're following along on a map, which everybody should be doing. I don't even know which direction to walk in. Everything's so cool. Every street is so cool looking. But see, you'll get pulled on by this sort of turquoise and brown castle-looking building here. I guess these are just private houses, most of them. Well, some of them are businesses. I think some of them are private houses. Keep seeing Gloucester described as a fishing village, and I guess so. It just seems like a sort of modern, normal place to me, but fishing is a thing here. We had lobster last night. That's for rent. Imagine renting that. Let's rent that. Yeah, let's rent it for a month.
Yeah, that's cool.
We could rent that, and then we'd look out over this kind of orange tree and this purple house. 64 Middle Street. Says the awesome address font. Kind of the ultimate goal of today is to find this statue, this Fisherman statue, which is sort of the famous symbol of Gloucester. And I know it's somewhere, and I hope I can find it. I kind of vaguely know where it is, but not exactly. I'm hoping the travel gods just lead me to it after I get a free book from the free Take a Book, Leave a Book library. Gloucester is on Cape Ann, which is there's a few cool brick buildings here down Center Street. Let's see, let's go down here. Gloucester is on Cape Ann, which is a smaller cape than Cape Cod, which has a very distinctive shape. Cape Ann's a little one that pokes out to the north of Cape Cod. Also has the village or the town of Rockport, which is where we had dinner last night, which included lobster and crab and clam. I mean, perfect Massachusetts coast dinner. The Temple Ahavat Achim, Jacqueline S. Paulson Center. There's pre-war. This building is from 1764, it says. Hard to see beyond the tree, but wow, 1764. Thomas Saunders Merchant. And right next door, City Hall. Let's go see City Hall. When they first established Gloucester, unlike other towns in the area, it was not centered around the coast because the coast was sort of too rugged and not good for farming. So they had a little bit of sort of private farms on the coast, but they mostly settled inland. And then later the coast became more important and became a big seafaring and fishing place. Now, I don't know when this is from, but that's a grand City Hall. And if you work at City Hall, you might get your own parking space. There's legal, there's CAO, there's the mayor, the CFO, and the auditor. Oh, here we go. Some information about City Hall. Gloucester City Hall, a Victorian building showing both French and English influences, was designed by Gridley J.F. Bryant and his associate Louis P. Rogers. Basing their plan on the townhouse built on this site in 1867 but burned beyond repair in 1869, Bryant and Rogers gave the new townhouse, Gloucester didn't become a city until 1873, a more ornate exterior but virtually recreated the interior of the previous building. The new townhouse was dedicated in June 1871. City Hall defines the Gloucester skyline, contributes to the architectural fabric of the city, houses municipal treasures, including many WPA murals, and archives dating back to 1642, which is when the name Gloucester was first used, and continues to fulfill its original role as the seat of municipal government and a community cultural center. Cape Ann has been the setting and or the shooting location for a lot of books and movies and TV shows. Not just Gloucester, but all around Cape Ann. Probably because of the sea views and the awesome buildings like this one on Federal Street. Let's jaywalk. Jaywalk and go see the Cape Ann Museum grounds. It's a Sunday and pretty quiet down here. I guess this is not the tourist season, but it's still, I think, a pretty common place for people in the area to go on weekend trips. So I don't know where everybody is, but we're here, so who cares? Every place you walk around here has got like more promises over the horizon. Behind the buildings, there's always some bigger, amazing, ornate looking building or something quirky and cozy calling you forward. Where else can you find a building like that? Welch Square. Gloucester honors her men who served in the war with Spain, 1898. The Spanish-American War. Erected 1925. All right, we've arrived at this big church on Smith Street. It's like a Norwegian long church. All right, it's the Holy Family Parish, St. Anne Church, dedicated 1881. A Roman Catholic faith community. Here on a Sunday, pretty quiet. All right, I have a feeling we're getting closer to the statue, but that we're not close yet. We're getting closer, but not close, because it's one of those places that's just, everything is a distraction. Happily so, I would say. This, by the way, is the final day of me and Masayo's New England road trip. It's been a long trip, and this is it. Tomorrow we're flying to Florida. I think this is a great way to go out on this trip, to see something that is great, not really like what we've seen before, and also that's connected to Uno in Japan, something I did a video about before. A Psychedelic Sun wine table mural. Painted on wood. Awesome. Another great building, another great brick building. 8 School Street, Central Fire Station, MCMXXV. What is that, 1925? 1925, I've seen that date a couple times here. And that's actually when the statue I'm hunting for, that's when it was made. Something about 1925 in Gloucester. Well, Fire Chief parking only. Excuse me, Mr. Fire Chief. More cool parking designations. The sexton, the organist, the secretary, the minister. The Cape Ann thrift shop is closed. That's too bad. I could use a couple new shirts. The Gloucester Unitarian Universalist Church with its peace sign. How you doing? Sorry, try to interrupt your nap. Please go back to sleep. is really cool. Oh, we got like a little, okay, we're coming out to the like more like, commercial area with the shops and stuff. Equally interesting. Yeah, I can see the water ahead. I know the statue's by the water. We'll go down Angle Street here. Well, that's not it. The rest of the walk around Gloucester, including a lively lunch, are experiences and sights along the sunny walkway, bridge, and the history lessons I got when luckily bumping into the famous monument. It comes from a Bible verse. They that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters is all in the full extended version on Patreon. This is the apex of this walk around Gloucester and this whole trip all around New England, all around Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Vermont. So it's been quite an adventure here. So thanks for taking a look at this town today, and thanks for coming along with this whole adventure, and I will see you next time. Patreon members get instant access to all past and future full-length ad-free videos, plus exclusive non-public videos and other perks. Your support is what keeps this channel alive and allows me to bring you travel stories from interesting destinations like this. Special thanks this week to Calvin Ferreira, Darcy Otranto, David Richley, Lever Wong, Matt Kane, Michael Fedor, Ray Nichols, Samantha, and Will Phillips. And thanks to everyone reading my weekly newsletter, also on Patreon for free. Links are in the video description. Thanks for wandering around with me. Everywhere is worth exploring.